Stopping right by the little Canadiana Noma. This is a cute little tractor. Needs a full restoration, but you know, we've had so many stumps here on this property over the years that the kids and my wife also, I never ride this tractor, but they hit stumps and they bend the blades, and they broke this right out of here. Last weekend it fell out of there, so you know, I think this could have been scrapped a half a dozen times or more by now. I think it would have been scrapped 20 years ago when I bought it. I bought it in 1993. It's 25 years ago. If I didn't buy it, it could have been scrapped back then, because I built this mower deck for it out of an old oil tank. It was completely rusted out, which I got it for, I think I bought this for $300 or something. I probably paid too much for it, but you know, everything was good. He gave me some new spindles. He gave me some of these parts with it because he had them. The dealer he was a Canadiana dealer at that time. I don't think he carried Canadiana anymore, but it was a trade-in for a new tractor. And with the new spindles and everything, I thought, oh, I'll just make a new deck. And I bought one set of blades. That was 25 years ago, and I'm due to buy another set of blades. I mean, I straightened these last year. They hit a stump. So I found some sheet metal. It's pretty thin, but I might use this. I'm not sure. I might use the same stuff as I used to make this flange here. And we're going to turn it over and look at the other side of that. That's a quick repair. When I undid the bolts, two of them broke. One of them was already broken out, one of these. And the other one, the opposite side, when I used the impact gun on it, just broke the whole piece out of there. So I drilled out these two. I mean, it's on its last legs, this tractor. You probably can't get these parts anymore around here. I don't even know if I can get blades for it. So we're going to bolt that back in. I found some 1/4 inch. I think some of these are 5/16. Some are 1/4 inch. That's a 5/16 there. No, they may be all 5/16, but I'm just going to bolt it in with what I got here. I'll put some washers on, and we'll get it back up and running again. I'm going to take some heat with the torch. This torch is sitting right here. I'm going to heat these up and straighten them again. Just try and get the summer out of these blades. Meanwhile, I'll get online and see if I can find some new blades. These blades are really expensive if they're for Stiga. So if I can't get cheap blades, I might just, I don't know what I'm going to do. So my plan with this is to cut out, pretty simple, is cut these out, and I've just decided, there's a hole right there, you know, normal stuff. It's broken right here, it looks like. That's from running into stuff. So I'll unbolt these 8 bolts. 4 on that side, 4 over here. Pretty rusted. I've tried to turn them already and they're not. We'll get it outside, give it a good scrubbing off with some Scotch-Brite and some heavy-duty soap. And then give it a light sanding, quick job. Patch up those holes. Give it a quick paint job. I might undo these. There's like 6 bolts here, 1, 2, 3, and 3 on the other side. And then we'll just give this a quick paint job here. The black looks all right. And then these good as new. And I'll show you when I'm all done, because I'm gonna just go burn rubber and get it done quick. And I want it back cutting grass within you know, in a short period of time. I don't know. Wait. This is not a project I want to spend time on, but, you know, 25 years. It's due. It's a lot easier than building a new deck. So that's what we're going to do. Back from the pressure washer, I just pulled it out, and I'm looking it over, and this is not a rust hole over here. It's just broken from hitting stumps, probably right on the front corner here. Many impacts, so metal fatigue. There's a rust hole here, and you can see pretty clearly now these two. All the dirt's off there. So we'll just we'll patch these up. I'm thinking of this is the plate I put on. Okay. Turned out pretty good. I drilled all that, matches up pretty good. And I'm thinking of taking that same metal I used for this, cut a couple of little pieces of flat bar. We'll look around, see what we got in stock. We'll re-weld these broken spots, and we'll weld on something to beef that up a little bit. I might come right to the front edge right here. Do it on both sides, because as much as I can repeat to the kids, don't hit stumps. Don't hit stuff, rocks and stumps. That's what caused that, and we'll do the same over here. I'm not going to bother with the back holes. Okay, so I'm digging around, see what I've got. I found this little piece of flat bar. This stuff here is just a little bit heavy for that. I think that's 3/16. Could be quarter. And this here I found, I think this would work fine too. There's already one hole drilled in it. Just gotta take this apart, hammer it flat. It should reach there. That'll beef up these two. And then to patch those rust spots, I haven't really found anything yet. I don't really like the sheet metal I brought home. I think it's, I thought this was 16 gauge, but I think it's a little thinner than that. So we'll dig around. I don't really want to use thin sheet metal because it'll just rust out again. So maybe I'll end up using this. But I remember when I built this, we did not own a MIG welder in 1996. We bought it in 98, 97, 98, 99, somewhere around there. So this was all built in the first place with an arc welder, which is pretty amazing to be welding such thin metal with the arc welder, but that's how it was done. And when you look at this piece here I put on, that's the way it should have been built in the first place. And this one here, the original Mower deck was probably built this way. It just bolts right through the stamped metal deck. And this one here is doubled because it's holding the idler pulley. And this is this is the original piece off the original Mower deck. I just ground off the welds. It's still got the sticker on it for the belt configuration. And I re-welded it back on. So it's doubled up right here where this flange is. You can kind of, that bolt looks like it's working its way right through there. So that's a lot stronger than the original, than these outboard ones here. So what should really be done is this one should come off and do the same as over here. But not going to happen. I've just been lucky they haven't hit stumps with this blade, I guess. Okay, things are happening. We've got this hammered flat, and that hole will serve for there. And I just got to drill a hole for this one, weld it around, or cut that off, and same on the other end. Same. Just got to flatten this one here. I just hammered it on this chunk of steel I got. I use as an anvil. Got to have one of these. And then I've cut these two out, and I found a piece of steel for that. I think I might be able to get enough for both of these spots out of this. So we'll cut that. I think I'll drop it in there too. I wasn't sure if I just put it on top. I kind of tried to patch that one, but these two are down. It was so thin it burned through in a few spots. I don't know. Trying to patch it up the best I can, but these went on really well, these two pieces. And then I'll give it a little more strength. Shouldn't burn. Here's the cover. Last couple of years I've been dropping it on there just loose. It's just been floating around loose, and you can see it's kind of wearing, because it's floating around, it's kind of wearing the nut here. The head of the bolt was rubbing on the Okay, so I've given this this mower deck's got a second coat now this morning, and I missed a little spot, so I'm going to touch it up. I don't think I'm going to give it a third coat. I'll just touch it up, and so there it is. A couple of coats of paint, man. It looks like a brand new part. And there. So it looks like it might be a happy ending for this little tractor. This is getting long though now, so it's possible I may make this into two parts. It's just too much, too many. And so the second part, we'll dive into this mower deck. We're going to pull these pulleys off. I'm pretty sure this one will come off nice and easy. That double one back there, and I either need a new one of these or you need to replace that bearing in there. And we'll reassemble everything, put it all back together, get it running. Thanks for watching. Tomorrow's another day.